Hello? Intros are always a weird thing for me. I never really know what to say, and I kind of wish I had a SoundCloud rapper's confidence whenever I went to meet a new person. Like, go up, meet a new person, and go, hey, what's up? You already know who it is. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. It is just like, it's so foreign to me. Like, I sometimes go on SoundCloud and listen to some people, random people's mixtapes, and it always starts out that same way. It makes me think, who do they think they're talking to? What kind of crazy world is it? And then I got to thinking about like, how they would be like in real life. So I just imagine a guy working at a McDonald's drive-thru, just as soon as he answers something, just you pull up. You just want a McDouble or something like that. And all of a sudden you hear from the other side, hey, it's your boy, you know what it is, you know what it do. What do you want from McDonald's right now? But it comes after a shitty mic and you don't even know what's going on. You just want your food to get the fuck out of there, because chances are you're already baked at that point. Growing up was a very trying time for me, because I was more self-aware of some of the shit that was going on, and I kind of got into comedy because it was a necessity of mine. Because I don't know if you guys know that middle school kids are the absolute worst, and I witnessed an altercation when I was at a young age and saw a kid get his ass beat for cracking a joke at the wrong guy. And I said, not today. That's not gonna be me. So I cracked a joke about him getting his ass beat, and all of a sudden all the bullies come up to me just like, hey, you're funny, man, you're funny, you're funny. I like you. I'm like, come on, join in, join in. And I was like, hey, gang, 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 gang. And that's how I got through most of my life. Just coasting by, cracking some jokes. Never been into a fight, borderline pacifist, you know, pussy. And it just made me think that seventh grade kids can actually be a great interrogation technique. If you ever been around some of these people, they just pick on your biggest insecurities and just make you want to just cripple up and just die right there. So it makes me think they would be perfect for the gulag. Just saying. Let's see. Whenever I think about things in the past, I have this really big problem when I look at a person, and I might even know them when they were a kid, but it's just, imagine me like 80%, like same exact outfit, same exact face, just like 80% like just small, or just sized down exactly like that. And it's just a problem that I can't shake no matter what. So it just leads to me imagining the worst shit from people. Like, essentially I get like a giant guy with a beer belly riding a tricycle trying to do a sick jump, and that's how he got his like lifelong scar. It's always just like a funny trip. Oh shit, look at this material. So I like social media. I like just perusing some random shit, and I kind of think about what I would use in real life, because I sometimes have social anxiety and I just want to get out of a conversation as easy as possible. So on Twitter, you're able to like and retweet and stuff like that. So I imagine how that would work in real life conversations. Like, hey, did you see that thing? Did you do that thing? And it's a conversation you want to do, so you're just like, hey, just basically boop them on the nose twice, boop, boop, and then just bail out. That would save me so much trouble. Oh my goodness. But a real fantasy of mine is having real life incognito mode, because let's face it, we all do some sketchy shit on the internet, and it would be nice to do that in real life too. For instance, I've always wanted to try vaping and become an enthusiast like that, but I don't want the douchebag backdrop with that. So, incognito mode, and I can finally get some sick rips for once in my life. But everyone's got their guilty pleasures. Everyone's got their shit. And mine happens to be, I'd say, the Game Show Network. Have any of you guys ever seen that stuff? Got some good class for that, yeah. I'd say real life incognito mode would come in clutch during those instances. And have you guys ever heard of a show called Baggage? It is the absolute worst television show I have ever seen in my life. It's essentially a dating show where they just have essentially cartoon characters of people on a board, and and you have one just like Dixie, like bimbo, essentially there just, I wonder who's gonna get my heart today. I wonder who's gonna be there for me. And these guys are just talking about the most outlandish shit, like how one guy has like a Borat costume just underneath his stuff, another guy lives with his mom, another guy's a convicted serial killer, you know, average stuff. And it just befuddles me that so many people can be on that show, and like, I hope to God that they are real, because I just can't. It's fascinating that we live in a planet like this, and the fact of the matter is, I was on that show, and everything went tumbling down after that. I was the guy in the Borat costume. That's why she let up with that. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for today. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.